PC and you're like, oh, I want to change out components and stuff, we frickin' got them, baby. We have some more CPUs for you. It's the Intel Core i9-12900K. So this one is like top of the 12th gen series. It's 16 cores and 24 threads. It's an Alder Lake processor, and it's 14 megabytes of L2 cache, 30 megabytes of L3 cache, and then a base frequency of 3.2 gigahertz, which is why it's still a very nice price for like a top 12th gen CPU. Intel UHD graphics 770, Windows 11 supported, $222 off. And it's because, this is what I was saying about if you're looking for a budget CPU, don't go with like the latest gen, go once before, and this was the top of the 12th gen. So this one, $427.99, so you can kind of save money on something that like is the top of its generation, you know? So there you freaking go. It's like the firstborn child, you know? We love the firstborn child.
Are you a firstborn?
Yes. Are you a firstborn child?
Yeah, sort of.
Oh, okay. Firstborn? Firstborns? All firstborns!
Yeah, the
all
best in the room.
All firstborns up in here! I fully believe in, like, birth order, though. Like, like, middle child syndrome is real, and my brother is the youngest, like, yeah, like, he would not have been able to handle it. He'd be a completely different person if he was the firstborn. Like, it's just, there is something about birth order that does something.
There's a different level of responsibility you're at with your family members?
Yeah! Oh my, yeah. Oh, I would have loved to be the youngest child. I would get to float on by, no expectations.
Oh, my youngest sister Selena, she used to get sad when we would tell her mom's gonna have a new baby.
Oh, because she likes being the youngest.
Yeah, she liked being the baby. But you know, I heard mom and dad having another baby. No, they're not.
That's so much fun, making your siblings cry in like a fun, ridiculous way.
Oh, in the way you're just like, look, let's go make her cry.
Oh, I'm bored. Let's go make our sister cry. Yeah, that's what having a sibling is about. Give us your sibling stories in the chat.
Yeah, give your sibling stories. I used to fart around my sister, and she would be like, say excuse me so the smell can go away.
I still go into my brother's room just to fart, and then I'll go in. He's just minding his business. I'll go in, open the door, leave, done.
Just like a little poop.
I have a cousin, his sister fell asleep with her head over the couch like that, like.
No!
And he just ran and hit the drive-by.
No!
He jumped to get enough airtime to like line it up.
Oh my god!
Do you remember Rikishi from wrestling?
Yeah.
Rikishi was this wrestler where his ending move was he would just sit on your face.
No!
He was this like sumo-style wrestler, just boom on your face. Me and my sister would do that to each other nonstop. We would be just hanging out, and she'd be like, Rikishi! I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I like that there's a phrase to jump into it, too. Rikishi! Because that adds a whole other, like, vibe, you know?
Or, like, blaming farts on each other at family functions.
Oh, yeah.
That was, my sister farted once and blamed me, and I wanted to blame her, but I saw our dog, and I was like, Emily! And everyone was like, Johnny, you farted. I was like, no, I didn't.
That's the one thing about, like, not having a dog in the house right now. It's, like, one, too many crumbs on the floor. Like, you forget how often, like, dogs will just pick up all that for you. And then second, blaming your farts on someone else. Because they can't defend themselves. But you know who can defend themselves because they're so good? Is this AMD Ryzen 9 5900X CPU. It needs no defense squad because it's good all on its own. It's a 12-core, 24-thread processor. It's an AM4 socket, so it's good if you have an AM4 motherboard. Base frequency, 3.7 gigahertz, which is real freaking nice. 6 megabyte L2 cache, 64 megabyte L3 cache, Windows 11 supported, and $206 off. So you'll pay $343.99. This is another great CPU if you don't want to go like full like current gen. Again, top of the line from the 5000 series. Just go back one gen, and this is really good. Look at that speed. 3.7 gigahertz is great. Again, TikTok shopping bag down below so you can compare between all the CPUs that we have for you, but that AMD one is looking real nice.
Oh, this is a sweet little AMD.
Yeah. Powell says they're the baby. So you like attention a lot, huh? Like you can't handle it if you don't get attention. I feel like that's what babies.
I feel
have,
like
you know,
what order you are in your life, in your parents, like as a child, is a better question than what sign you are.
Yeah,
'Cause
I can see that. I agree.
Like if you're dating someone and you're like, oh, you're the baby in the family. Oh man, you're gonna be the baby in this family.
I don't want to put like youngest children on blast, but I just want some confirmation from either the people in the room or people in the chat. But I do feel like it's like a spectrum where like the youngest child typically is like the neediest, needs the most attention, like needs more direction versus like on the other side of the spectrum, the firstborn like has already kind of had to do more things on their own, a bit more independent. Like
I feel like the firstborn gets a lot of flack because I am also a firstborn. Where we get this whole like, oh, mom and dad just let you do whatever you want.
That's not true. They were the strictest on us because we were the first. My brother was allowed to do so much more stuff than I was.
We were the prized children.
Yeah.
That's why they're jealous.
That's the thing. It's like, yeah, okay, maybe we might be the most prized child, but we definitely did not have the most freedom compared to the youngest child. Depending on the scenario. If you had, like, a reckless firstborn child, then maybe they would have locked it down a bit more for the youngest child. It depends. But that's how I feel. Powell, let me know if you think I'm wrong or right. I'm curious. You can defend yourself. Powell says I always got things last. I think it also depends on the gender, right? Because, like, my brother doesn't get too many hand-me-downs from me since it's, like, older sister, younger brother. Like, we share some clothes, but he didn't get, like, a crazy amount of hand-me-downs where it's like, how come I don't get anything new, you know?
Well, my younger sister had to wear my bras, so, you know. Hand-me-downs are a thing.
But, Powell, yeah, I'm curious about what you think are the personality traits, so let me know.
Oh, you know it's a good personality trait? The Asus ROG Maxima Z790 Hero Wi-Fi motherboard. Ooh.
This is your new personality trait.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, wee. The LG A1700 socket supports 13th gen and 12th gen Intel processors, Pentium Gold and Celeron processors. Supports DDR5 at 7800 megahertz. Your expansion slots are 2 PCIe 5.0 slots, 1 PCIe 4.0 slot, and you have one M.2 PCIe 5.0 slot, and 4 PCIe 4.0 M.2 slots. This is a lot.
Dang, there's a whole lot of connectivity.
There's a lot of connectivity.
9, 10, 11, 12.
12 total. 9 USB 3.2 Type A ports, 2 Thunderbolt 4 Type C ports, and 1 USB 3.2 Type C port at $629.99. It's a very reasonable, very overpowered. This is a great price for this motherboard.
Dang.
Jeez. Like if you're looking for a budget build, consider this.
If your budget is like $1,000 for a motherboard.
Well, your budget for your whole computer.
These are truly, they really are the dream motherboards. I love this series because you can just tell, just even the little like decals and stuff, and they truly have like everything that you need if you're going to be gaming and streaming at the same time. Like, this has enough room for that and more. So, for my streamers out there, this series is essential. We have a bunch of other components, though. But keep talking to us in the chat, because I'm also more curious about, now that we're getting into, like, summertime, we're going to get way more of, like, the summer movies. I'm skipping over spring, and we're talking summer now. Spring doesn't exist.
Spring is a second in California, that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, like...
We get 2 summers, because it's hot for spring and summer.
Yeah, it's hot, and then winter hits for like 2 months between December and February.
Yeah, because it gets, like, hot for spring, fiery for summer. So it goes from hot to fiery.
Literally, we have fire seasons here.
Yeah, it's going to happen again, and I'm scared.
Summer in California just means orange sky.
I know.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, what's this pretty orange sky? Is it smog?
Good for you, sodium of the earth, shopping on the clock, as you all should be. It's Friday. Take a minute for yourself. If your boss comes in, what are you doing? I'm doing research for my job. And always do research. Just whenever you need that as an excuse, what are you doing on your computer? Research. Ooh.
I have the next GPU. This one is the MSI Ventus GeForce RTX 3060 GPU.
Hey,
it's 12 gigs, 92-bit GDDR6, a boost clock of 1807 megahertz, 3584 CUDA cores, and then you also have your connectivity on the side, 1 HDMI 2.1, and then 3 DisplayPort 1.4a. This one, PCIe 4.0. Wow! I love all the support from both Johnnies.
Because I love this. I'm a fan of MSI. I'm a huge fan of NVIDIA.
Mm-hmm.
We come to the agreement that I am the evil Johnny, which means I am the exact same.
Ooh! I mean, yeah, one's a Scorpio and one's chaotic. Like, you guys are both the evil Johnny.
Oh yeah, are you also a Scorpio, Johnny?